I bless the body of...
In their hundreds, mourners made their way to the late Professor George Magoha's burial ceremony, among them retired President Uhuru Kenyatta and Azimio leader Eliud Owalo. They were here to pay their last respects. Their tributes were filled with praise.
Professor George Magoha was a man that many may say was before his time. A man committed to education, a man committed to enlightenment.
The former head of state mourned Magoha as the person who decisively restored sanity and credibility of national exams in the country.
At that time, together with Professor Matiang'i, they saw the eradication of cheating in our national exams.
Kenyatta also praised Magoha for managing to move the transition rate from primary to secondary education to 100%, saying he was a man of less talk and more work.
He also took on the challenge of refreshing our curriculum. And this he did not because of politics, but because he believed in it. And if truly what everybody has said here is what they mean, then implement what he started and let this country benefit from what he worked so hard to achieve: less politics and more work.
On his part, Azimio leader Raila Odinga remembered Magoha as someone who gave equal opportunity to everyone and loved the truth.
Magoha was just a straight-talking person. And if people don't like sometimes to hear the truth, it will say it the way he's saying it. You love it or not, but he will say it. And he has excelled, as we have seen, wherever he's been, wherever he has gone to.
He added that he deserved the kind of send-off he has been accorded.
I used to call him Woodwire. And he has been somebody who is rare in his words, he speaks very, very few words, but he does more things, and what he does has been seen.
President William Ruto, who was represented by Information Cabinet Secretary Eliud Owalo, in his message of condolence, mourned Magoha as a man who held his ideals in high regard.
Professor Magoha loved order, industry, and results. Once his eyes were fixed on the final prize, nothing could sway or discourage him.
Magoha is survived by his widow, Dr. Barbara Odudo Magoha, and son Michael Magoha, who also paid their last respect to their hero.
He was brash, he was straightforward, he was not perfect, but he taught me it doesn't matter what a person is. What matters at the end of the day is what they do.
They say my husband does not smile, but everybody who has seen him knows that that's a smiling face that has left the world. As a Calabar woman, I never let him down. He ate my food until the last day. For 40 good years, nobody else ate my husband's food. I cooked with all the... I'm so busy, but whether I'm in the country or not, it was my food that he ate.
His brother, John Obare, pointed out that unknown to some, the late Professor Magoha had written a book that contains a lot of wisdom, urging Kenyans to buy and read the book.
Why don't you buy it and read it? And this goes equally to my siblings. Most of you have not bought that book. Instead of buying a whiskey, buy that book and read it.
Other leaders who paid their respects to the former CS include Education CS Ezekiel Machogu, among others.
Professor Magoha, not only in the Ministry of Education, was a distinguished scholar, a medic of his own class, a man who served this country with distinction.
It is sad that we are losing George at this time when he's just at the prime of his life. In fact, this is the time that George was really coming out as the best.
Magoha died at 70 years of a heart attack at Nairobi Hospital on January 24th this year. Philip Murutu, K24, Nairobi.